In this video, we're going to cover attack variations. So Nate will be coming at me with the customary right hook as well as the right cross. And then we're also going to cover some general principles. With leopard techniques that go to the outside, against hook punches, we'll generally kind of just let the hook punch pass and then we'll kind of just bridge it so it can't come back. With the going to the inside, it's actually the opposite of that. We get to the inside of the hook and then we kind of just knock it out. So Nate's going to come in with a hook punch in slow motion. So as I step in, before I would switch step and then come in. On this one, you don't necessarily switch step. You get to the inside. So from this position, I just step in and I intercept this hand early and then clear it out this way. Now, the angle of this is, it's important. Let's go on this side, Nate, so we can see. A typical double outward block would go 1, then 2, or as Nate punches in, let's go at a slight angle. Let's go this way. It would go here and here. Against a hook punch, I need to change that angle slightly. So if Nate's punching with a hook in slow motion, I am going to block to this angle, 1, and then I'm going to sweep the block this way. Because what I need to do is I need to ensure that the hook is nullified and knocked out. If I block here and here, I might slide into the crook of the elbow and the arm could fold and still hit me. But if I actually block and kind of block along this angle, I start wherever it is I start and sweep out that way. That's going to ensure that the hook punch is basically nullified. So I step in, 1, 2, and then I can go on with the rest of the technique. Against the right cross, this is a little tricky because I'm blocking his hand to the outside and I'm still sitting right where his other punch is. So Nate comes in with a right cross and I'm here. Notice I'm moving my hands here and I'm opening myself up for a punch. This is very dangerous unless you're fast enough. But in a situation like this where a person throws the cross, you have to be aware that there's a good chance that that second punch is coming. The good news is you can actually use that strike to be a block. So if Nate comes in again with that cross, I can go 1, 2. Now this hand is circling around, so when he throws his next punch, I can just slip that. Instead of going for the face, I track the arm, block that, and now I'm on the outside. I can go into another technique. You're not going to necessarily finish this technique because this technique relies on being on the inside, but you can still, again, we do it in a fluid manner. 1, 2, he throws 3. I can go right here and then do the rest of the technique. If I choose to want to do the technique, you can do little passes and stuff, but that's too complicated. You could practice it if you want, but I would just say if you're on the outside, do the other strikes, or follow one of our other Kempos that you have in our intermediate series and do one of those instead. So some general principles on attack variations is just that if you're going to the inside, because the fact is, Nate throws any kind of punch. Go ahead. Okay, so he throws that hook. All right, this technique, I went to the inside. I just need to realize what are the potential threats when I'm on the inside. Well, quite obviously, it's the other side of his body. The good news is I have a lot of target areas that I can go from. The other thing you need to ask yourself is how fast am I? Because if I can go 1, 2, 3 before he has a chance to even think about what he's doing, you don't even have to worry about other techniques because before he's actually going to throw that punch again, Nate, before he has a chance to finish, I've already hit him before he's actually even finished his punch. And a person typically is not going to throw a punch when their first one isn't quite complete. So if you can do that timing right and you're fast enough, then have at it. If you're not fast enough, then just be aware. I'm doing this to the outside. Okay, there's another punch. Am I going to beat it or not? Okay, I'll wait for it. If I knock it to the outside, the next punch comes. I deal with that, and then I can deal with whatever technique I want to do from there. The question is, just be aware of whatever block or move you do, where are you vulnerable, and how do you best deal with that?